Yo, Nate, may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How's it feel walking these streets?
It's crazy, man.
You think it looks the same?
Over here it does.
Right?
Still
Right.
look grimy and shit. You
Yeah.
know? Remember, man, catching the Ashland bus right here to go back to Boston.
At this bad bus station right here?
That bus stop right
Yeah,
there.
right where the school bus is. Yeah, I'm zooming in on that right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We outside
Remember
here.
coming in here to get the little gummy fishes. Jose's store, that's what it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
You want to go outside?
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Thank you.
Man, different now. When I was a kid, man, everything was over here. We used to go back here. We used to buy stuff, little gummy fishes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
The old days.
Yeah.
It's like a walk down memory lane, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah.
Just being outside here and seeing like Haverhill Street, like we are out in the thick of it right now here,
Ready?
and that's cool. Hi, how you doing?
How you doing?
Where you coming from?
I'm going to get my kids.
You're on a video. Say hi to ThekARTelFlow. I hope that we get to have you on one day.
We grew up together.
You did?
Yes,
On
since
Turner.
we was like
On
14.
Nah,
Like
look at
younger than that.
Like 9, 10. Yeah.
Did we go to high school together too?
Nah.
No,
No.
we went to junior high school
We
together.
went to elementary.
Elementary
Oh.
and junior high.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way
known
back.
each other for about 38 years.
How's it feel to see him right now on the streets? Isn't it
Well,
nice?
It's the second time I've seen him since he got out, and it's always good to see family.
That's right.
Him, his two brothers, is always like brothers to me.
That's
My
right.
mother's house was the second home to them.
Yup.
There ain't nothing but love here.
That's right. It was nice. Thank you so much.
All the time.
All right, bro.
You already
Good to
know,
see you,
man.
pal. See? Walking down the street with Nate. Everybody seems to know ya.
Yeah, man. ThekARTelFlow, Beautiful Things Come From Struggle podcast. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Yeah, man. We out here in the gritty, in the brick road, man. Sometimes I like to come through here, just to get a sense of where I came from and where I'm going. And today, man, I want to just talk about a time in particular, man, when I was ready to give up. There were many times where I was going to give up, even sometimes, even though I've been out for a little while, realizing how tough and difficult, things can be out here.
Yeah, especially probably for these kids coming up the street. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you might need to be a little louder.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Let's walk up this way.
Yeah, let's walk up this way. You might have to be a little louder on the camera.
Yeah, I remember a particular time, man. I think it was like 2000 and maybe 14, 15. And everybody, thought that I was gonna get out earlier. And this was like one of the most pivotal moments, before I came home. And Shamba Bernard, rest in peace. She was someone special in my life. And the day before, we had, there was a
I'm
case,
like in your face
there was a
because of the
case that
traffic, so
came
you can
down
hear it. Yep.
in Supreme Court.
Say the name again because I just
There
saw
was
it.
a case that came down in Supreme Court. And
Who was it?
it was United States versus Weaver.
Yeah.
And it was dealing with the closed courtroom, and we lost. And I remember, talking to Shamba on the phone, and I was like, yo, don't write me no more, don't send me no more emails, nothing. just go on with your life, you know. Because basically I was ready to just throw in the towel. There was a lot of highs and lows, man. You know, and I was already feeling extremely guilty and remorseful, you know what I'm saying, about what I did and all the pain and the hurt that I caused a multitude of people for me coming into prison. And she told me don't do that. So the next day I get called to a visit. And I was down Old Colony. And she came down and we just sat down and we started to conversate. And in that conversation, she said, Nate, I'm not giving up on you. You know, I'm not giving up on you, and don't give up on yourself. You know, I love you, and I know a lot of other people love you. And during that time, I was like, I didn't really want to hear that shit, man, you know? Because, you know what I'm saying, I just didn't believe, like, I would ever have an opportunity to even be in this predicament today.
And now that you're here today, how do you feel? Like, how does it make you feel? Like, what are words of advice that, like, you could give someone behind the wall that's in a situation that maybe they're going to be getting out soon for something, and, like, the transition back into society? Like, you're learning how to use an iPhone, like, people that have done a long time in jail that are coming out. Like, what can you give them for advice? Like, there's not a lot of opportunities out there. Like, we need to kind of create them.
Yeah, like,
and give a safe space.
Like, the first thing is that, with Shamba, man, she didn't give up on me, and other people didn't give up on me.
You're gonna talk louder for the police.
She didn't give up on me, and I didn't give up on me. And it was a message that I needed, and it gave me the courage and the strength to push forward and to be a better person, continuously evolve, and eventually, there was a time and a place where I was able to get out. And I say it all the time, I'm completely blessed and completely humbled to be in this predicament. But still, like, every day it's a struggle, because, man, the world is so different. You know what I'm saying? It's so different. To give the message to the brothers and the sisters out there is, man, take reentry serious, man. Don't just think about it on an intellectual level, but think about it not just on the intellectual level, but think about it in its totality, man. Because, man, what you think while you're behind the wall or what it's going to be like when you get out, it's not going to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be like that. A lot of people's handshakes don't match their smiles. And you're gonna want to do everything what everybody else is doing right now, but you're gonna have patience, and that's one thing that I'm learning is patience. I thought I had patience before, but trust and believe that patience is being tested every single day in each and every way, So sometimes, man, I just come out here, and look at the somewhat grittiest type of things, man. Being the cold weather, because, what I'm saying, when we were in prison, we was in the cold weather working out, doing the pull-up bars.
Outside?
Outside, doing the dips, doing the push-ups, jogging. And so just coming out here in this cold weather and being around certain areas where I used to frequent, it gives me memories, man. It gives me appreciation to where I was once and to where I can go and where I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to ask one more thing. Since you said there's exercise outside in the snow, they don't have exercise inside. I've never been in the prison. Like, have you ever gone back to give a TED Talk?
Yeah. So they got gyms and stuff like that, but I was always the type to go outside in the elements, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's something to be said about that. There's people that throw water on themselves in the cold. They got like an ice cold bath.
I ain't never heard of that.
I'm gonna show you it. It's like a thing. They do the ice cold bath, and it's like a real life thing. But I think it's supposed to reset your soul being out in the cold sometimes. It's like being in nature. Hi.
Yeah. But I remember like walking up down these streets, man. Seeing the homeless people. You know what I'm saying? The junkies.
I hate that word.
You know, little addicts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were people that were nice to
Just
me.
shut off now.
You know, they were people that, you know, that showed their hand to us, man. It was nice to us. And it just brought me a sense of belonging. You know what I'm saying? So just coming out here today in this particular area where the shelter used to be.
And is it not there anymore?
No, I heard they moved it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this used to be the main spring house. Let's take a walk over here and just take a look at it. Because, you know, look at how beautiful the sky looks like right now. It's like a sign. Look at it. It looks like angel's wings if you look over there on the right.
Yeah.
I see things that, and this is the most beautiful part of the moon phase. This is called a waxing crescent.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right? So this is like new moon manifestation time. Anything that you want to give out. Now this here was the main spring house where they used to feed people in the back. They don't do that no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't do that anymore, Nate.
I don't know if they still do it.
This over here, Father Bill's, I believe, is the next building up where the flag's
I
at.
heard it moved though,
It did? Do you want to walk across the street to that park?
you know? Yeah.
It's beautiful over there.
Yeah.
So, tell me a story about you walking down the street at one point in your life in this park that we're going to come up to, or the streets. Like, you know who I'd love for us to meet is Freddie. We got to find Freddie. Freddie's famous.
He's a legend.
Freddie is a legendary guy in Brockton, and he's a kind soul. Like, nobody's nicer than that dude. He's just out there waving and having a good time, you know?
Yeah, he's a legend, man.
Hold on,
Yeah.
we got to give a shout out and find him.
Shout out Freddie, yo.
If Freddie finds this, I hope he comes and joins us on these walks, because you know what? These are like walks of peace. Walking the street for peace. Walking the street to just really like embrace people where they're at. So for real, this is what I'm out here for.
Yeah.
Community. This is what community looks like. Being outside, talking about like real life things that, you know, maybe could help somebody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because beautiful things come from struggle, and here we are on a cartel flow.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, this fence you see.
There was no fence.
There was no fence here.
There was no fence.
And mad people used to be out here.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember, you know, they, you know, just riding my little stolen bikes when I was a little kid around here. And then seeing the homeless and the addicts.
Hey, they've had this whole thing blocked off during COVID. You couldn't even get in here during COVID.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty park. This is what I call Central Park of Brockton, to be honest with you. Other than DW. Listen, DW is like different. That's our green space, right? But this right here, this is the shit. This is quintessential Brockton right here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know?
This was something, man. Just coming here, just reminding myself when I was a young kid, my man Big Time, shout out Big Time, aka Tyrone Dixon. You know, all of us used to come around here and ride the bikes. You know what I'm saying?
How old were you like then?
I was like 9
Kid.
8 years old.
Little kid.
You know, waiting for the Eaton Church to open up the street on Pleasant.
St. Paul's at the time.
Yeah. And going to get the little bologna and cheese sandwiches, man, and the tomato soup, all of that, man. But I don't know, like I said, man, like times are hard, man, but things are gonna get greater later, you know. And I just come out here to really just get into the elements and to just be thankful and appreciative, man, of where I am today in my life. And even though it's hard at times, man, you know, we don't want to be, you know, sometimes, man, difficult times continuously make us stronger, you know what I mean? You know, and I just want to if you're going through tough times, man, just continue to try to maintain your strength through prayer, and seek out the ones you care about. And like I said, I remember the times, man, where, you know, when I was in that prison in Mashamba, and countless other people didn't give up on me, and here I am today.
And welcome back, Nate.
Absolutely.
You deserve to be here. You deserve a space. You deserve a place to tell your story and to also be recognized as someone that is a powerful human to give back. You know, some people get out of prison and they're like a little bit angry, right? Would you say sometimes, once in a while, not everybody's as humble as you, pal.
No, I mean, you know, I get angry. I'm a human being, you know.
Everybody get angry, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
exactly the mentality I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That you get, it's like that school to prison pipeline, like almost, right?
Absolutely.
Because you were a kid when you went,
19, 20 years old. I was a shorty.
you know, and that's like you know, that's a thing.
I
Like,
was still peeing. you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Look, I used to come here and look at the backdrop. I always wondered what that little tower was.
That's, I don't know what it is. You know what I think it
I
is?
think it was the phone company. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The original phone company.
Yo, I wanted to be the next Marvin Hagler, yo. You know what I mean? I remember jogging up and down here when I was a kid, when I was boxing. You know, it's just a different time, man. But like I say, coming over here, man, it brings things into perspective. You know, it just makes me more appreciative. Whether I'm out in the hot or the cold, I'm free. You know,
You're on this side of the wall where you
on
belong.
the side of the wall. You know, but with that, man, I just want you to continuously love each other, be there for each other, be there for one another. And remember, man, we're out here, ThekARTelFlow. Beautiful things come from struggle. And
Do you think that people could write to us and we could read their stories? I think that would be a nice thing
so
too.
if any of you guys may want to hop on and come to the studio, you know, hit me up. 857-397-2305, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, or when you see, you know, our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, or, you know,
We're working on other platforms right now.
Instagram,
Yeah.
hit us up, and we got you. You know, because you guys are the voice of the voiceless. You know, and if you're a voice and you got something to say that's positive, productive, you know, hop on.
Now, can people on the other side of the wall see this podcast or no? Is YouTube available?
But mad people be hitting me up from the joint.
So tell them they can write a letter to 1 North Main Street, Brockton, Mass. 02302, and they can because I have to make sure that's a 2 or a 1. I think 032 starts right here on this side of Main Street.
Yeah.
So it's 1 North Main Street. You can write us a letter at the BCA to the ThekARTelFlow. It's Brockton Community Access Network in care of the ThekARTelFlow, KARTEL.
And beautiful things come from struggle.
And you write to Nate and you write to Auntie Shan. We got you.
Peace.
Peace. We'll read your story. Everybody's got a story to tell. We're here for you. This is what it's about, community.